All right, so we go ahead and fold. Next hand, we open 10-6 offsuit. So yeah, I've been opening pretty wide from the button. I've been opening pretty much any two. There were periods when I didn't open any two, when I was getting shoved on a lot, and people were sort of catching on to the fact that I was opening any two. So, yeah, and I mean, at this point in the tournament, when it's the final three of a 4,500 player tournament, you know, emotions are riding high. And I've been playing a lot based on table flow. You know, making decisions based on what happened in the last few orbits, how I think my opponents are feeling. In general, you know, I try to play a more mathematical game where I look at every hand in a vacuum and try to maximize my expectation for that hand individually. But here, especially when you know it's the final three, you know these players are probably playing in a very big tournament for their bankroll, and definitely everyone's paying full attention to everything that's going on, and definitely people are excited, emotions are riding high. So I definitely think players could make irrational shoves or irrational folds based on, you know, if I 3-bet someone last hand, they're more likely to shove on me if I 3-bet them again the next hand. And I think factors like this are way more relevant at a final table than at the mid stages of a tournament when people might not be paying attention. And especially in a smaller buy-in tournament, a $20 buy-in tournament, I think players, and this big a tournament with a lot of satellites, there's some chance these are satellite players. And, you know, this could just be like a huge part of their poker career right now. So emotions are definitely riding high. So, yeah, I'm trying to play a lot based on the last few orbits. Anyways, so okay, let's get on to the action. I open, I take it down. Great, I get a walk. Yeah, Samir opens, fold 5-4 offsuit. I think that's fine. I don't open 8-2 offsuit, so I guess I lied about opening any two, but I definitely open very wide from the button. And as you can see, you know, I just got 2 walks in a row. They're not opening much. They're mostly not playing hands. I open 8-5 offsuit from the small blind, which I think is fine. As I outlined in my strategy, I'm going to be opening a lot. He calls. Flop is 10-deuce-3. And I decide not to continuation bet here, and I think I like that, because I think when he calls preflop, his range is pretty strong and has a lot of ace highs. And these players, even though they're kind of tight, they don't really like folding when they're in a hand. I find their like call frequency on the flop is pretty high. So yeah, and I don't think ace high is going to ever fold this board. He's going to have, he might even have a gut shot. He's going to have backdoor flush draws. Sorry, not backdoor straight draws with the ace. I have a backdoor flush draw and I have backdoor straight draws. But, yeah, I just think he's not going to fold an ace high. He might not even fold like king jack, queen jack and stuff. I think he's just always going to call me. So I just give it up. Turn gives me a flush draw, but turn also gives all his, you know, queen 9 hands draws that he's not going to fold. So I think he's got at least ace high, or he's going to have something like queen 9 or 9-8 with a gut shot or a straight draw or a pair. So I think he's just pretty much never folding. And when I am called, it's not like when I river a club, I can just make a value bet. Like my club is pretty small. So you know, so I don't think making a bluff with the intention of being able to make a value bet when I hit a club is a good argument for betting, because the 5 of clubs is too small. I would consider betting maybe if I had something like the 9 of clubs, or say like the queen of clubs, like if I had like queen 5 with the queen of clubs. But I mean, that hand's a lot better, because not only can I hit a club, I can hit a queen. So, but my hand is pretty much worthless here. My best bet is to just pray for a check down and try to get a club. Bluffing some rivers is probably reasonable, but I'm just going to check the turn. And he bets, and not much I'm going to do. I'm just going to fold.